Shifting our focus to another important story, Israel has launched its biggest aerial airstrike against Hezbollah. Over 492 people have been killed across the southern Lebanon and 1,650 people have also been wounded. Over 100 women and children have been killed in these airstrikes. Tensions have escalated in the August as Hezbollah has launched rockets and drones in retaliation for Israel killing its top commander. As the war between Israel and Hezbollah in fact intensifies, there are of course airstrikes that are now continuing at full momentum, where Israel has in fact launched even more attacks at this point of time. Over 1,500 people have in fact been killed. At this point of time, my colleague Brian joins me live on the broadcast. Brian, now in the latest that we're tracking, Israel has launched airstrikes into also Lebanon, and at this point of time, the war between the two at the conflict only keeps on intensifying as even tensions escalate. What is the latest that you're tracking?
Well, definitely, Israel unleashed barrages of intense airstrikes on Hezbollah positions in Lebanon, resulting in deaths of more than 356 people. Now, earlier also, there was this very major pager blast also that has happened that took a toll of, several people, where 50,000 people were injured earlier. Around 32 people were killed. But now, Israel has again unleashed a barrage of intense airstrikes on Hezbollah position in Lebanon, resulting in the deaths of more than 356 people, which even included 24 children. Now, these strikes targeted areas in southern and eastern Lebanon also, prompting also the Israeli military to warn civilians to evacuate regions that is suspected of housing Hezbollah's weapons. Now, this air assault, which involved over 800 strikes, caused a mass exodus also from southern Lebanon, with thousands fleeing towards Beirut also, in the largest displacement since the 2006 Israel-Hezbollah conflict. Now, even Lebanon's health ministry also confirmed over 1,240 injuries, adding to the country's grim toll also, following an early series of deadly explosions also that targets communication device also that killed more than 39 people and wounded more than 3,000. Now, this strike also followed Hezbollah's launch of more than 100 rockets also into northern Israel also, which the group claimed was in retaliation for an Israeli airstrike in the Beirut suburb that killed a senior Hezbollah commander and several civilians as well. Now, in response to this very escalation also, Israel's military also reported hitting 1,300 and more than 1,300 Hezbollah-linked targets, including cruise missiles, drones, and rockets hidden in residential areas also. Even Admiral Daniel Hagari also emphasized that Hezbollah had turned southern Lebanon into a war zone as Israel expanded its operation into the Bekaa Valley along Lebanon's eastern border. Now, this violence has also drawn widespread condemnation also, with even Egypt also warning that the conflict risks deepening the regional crisis that is becoming more and more evident. Yes.
All right, Brian, thank you for sharing the latest that you're bringing to us after, the war between Israel and Hezbollah only intensifies and tensions continue to escalate. While we'll continue to track all that very closely, let's also shift our